Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that sounds simple but can literally change your life, a night routine. And no, this isn't about crazy productivity hacks or some unrealistic lifestyle goals. This is a real system, something that came from going from total nightly chaos to intentional calm. Okay, let's paint a picture. I bet this sounds familiar. It's late, way past when you meant to go to sleep. You told yourself, okay, one more video, like an hour ago. But you're still there, just scrolling, trapped in this endless feed of stuff you won't even remember tomorrow. And look, this isn't just some harmless, bad habit. It's a trap, a really vicious cycle of distraction that leads to exhaustion, which leads to regret the next morning. You feel stuck, and every single day you wake up already paying for the night before. Let's be real about what's actually happening here. We tell ourselves we're just relaxing, right? Winding down after a long day. But are we really, or are we just numbing out? We're avoiding the day's stress, avoiding the thoughts swirling in our heads, just trying to switch our brains off. And the cost of these chaotic nights? Oh, it's way more than just feeling a little groggy in the morning. This cycle starts to eat away at your focus, your mood, and yeah, eventually, even your health. This leads to what the source material calls energy debt. And I think this is such a powerful idea. Think about it. You're not starting your day at zero. You're starting in the red, already behind before you've even had your coffee. Okay, so how do we get out of this? Well, the answer isn't just about willpower or trying to force yourself to sleep earlier. The real breakthrough comes from a massive shift in how you see your evenings, moving away from accidental nights and toward intentional ones. And it all boils down to this one single idea. This was the game changer. The power to fix your exhausted, frantic mornings is actually found in the few hours before you even get into bed, right? So the goal is to stop letting our nights just happen to us. Instead, we're going to build a system, a deliberate, repeatable routine to close out the day on our terms. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty, the how-to. We're talking about a 7-step shutdown routine, a framework designed to get your mind and your body ready for real, restorative rest. Now, what's so cool about these 7 steps is how they all work together. Each one is like a little signal you're sending to your brain, telling it, hey, the day's over, time to power down. We're going to walk through each one and you'll see how they build on each other. First up, the shutdown ritual. This is all about creating a really clear, hard boundary between work you and rest you. You literally close the laptop, scribble down any lingering tasks for tomorrow so they're out of your head, and then you physically leave your workspace. It's a signal that says, we are officially clocked out. Step 2, the space reset. We're not talking about a full-on spring clean here, just 5 or 10 minutes. Tidy the desk, put the cups in the dishwasher. Why? Because a clear space leads to a clear mind. Waking up to chaos just puts you right back into a state of stress. Okay, step 3. This is the big one, the digital detox. And this might be the toughest one, but it's also a total game changer. We're talking 30 to 60 minutes with zero phone. Not less phone, no phone. That blue light messes with the hormones that help you sleep, and the constant flood of info keeps your brain wired when it should be unwinding. So what happens when you put the phone down and suddenly your brain is going a million miles an hour? That's where the mindly clutter comes in. First, a mind dump. Get every single worry, to-do list item, and random thought out of your head and onto a piece of paper. Then, you flip the script and write down 3 small, specific things you're grateful for. It totally shifts your brain's focus. Next up is what's called the wind down window. I love this analogy. Think of getting ready for bed like you're landing a plane. You don't just slam it onto the runway and hope for the best, right? No. You slowly descend. You create this calm atmosphere. Maybe dim the lights, have some herbal tea, read a book, and you just let yourself glide gently into rest. And then step 6. This one sounds so simple, but it's powerful. Just 5 minutes of stillness. Seriously, that's it. Meditate, pray, just focus on your breath, whatever works for you. 5 minutes can be enough to completely change your mental state from anxious to calm. And finally, step 7, protect your sleep hygiene. This basically means you treat your sleep like it's a non-negotiable VIP event. You make sure your room is dark and cool. You try to stick to a consistent schedule. You wouldn't just blow off an important meeting, right? So don't do it to your sleep. So here's the most important takeaway from all of this. Getting those calmer mornings, it doesn't mean you have to do some massive life overhaul overnight. It all starts with one small change.
The goal here isn't perfection. I really want you to hear that. You do not have to do all 7 of these steps tonight, because trying to be perfect is usually the thing that stops us from even starting.
No, the only goal that really matters, especially tonight, is just to start, to break that old cycle of numbing out and scrolling by doing one tiny, intentional thing differently. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Just one thing to think about. Out of everything we just talked about, what is your one small step going to be tonight? Maybe it's just putting your phone away 15 minutes earlier. Maybe it's the 5-minute tidy up. Just pick one. Because you have to remember this, your nights don't just end your day. They are literally creating your tomorrow. So what kind of tomorrow are you going to build tonight?